Hey guys, Sabri Subi here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about the real business that you're in, and that really is the arithmetic business. Because, what I see just far too often is, the restaurateur who's like, I'm in the restaurant business, or the financial planner who thinks that they're in the financial planning business, or the property investor who thinks that they're in the property investment business. Like, that is not the business that you're in, right? Every single business is in the arithmetic business. And what I mean by that is when you're scaling a business up beyond just yourself, right? You basically, it's inevitable that you are going to get off the tools. Like, if you're going to be building a big business, you're not going to be able to be in an environment where you are still the only person that's doing all the food prep in the kitchen, or you're the person that's going out and doing all of that specific thing that is exactly your craft. And typically, if you look at like how most businesses are started, right? They're generally started by the practitioner, right? That is the person that went to chef school and then decided that they want to open up a catering business. And once they make the conscious decision of like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm gonna be building a business that's a lot bigger than myself. Like, I don't wanna just be in here, cutting up carrots all day. I want to actually build a catering business and hire a team and build a brand, right? Once you make that decision is when you really transition from being in, the baking business or in the catering business to being in the arithmetic business. And what I mean by that is it all becomes a game of numbers, and you need to have a very firm grip of the numbers. You need to know exactly what it costs you to acquire a customer. Not just in general, but per traffic channel that you're advertising on. You need to know exactly how many customers that you get per month, how many you need to get in order to hit your revenue goals. You need to know what the repurchase rate is, what the attrition rate is, and you need to be in the arithmetic business. You need to understand what the average cost per lead is to generate your business, but not only the cost, but what is the value? Like, how much is each lead valued to your business? And you get that number by looking at the total number of leads that you've generated in a month or a quarter or a year, and dividing that by the amount of revenue that your business has done. And then you might find out that the average lead when it comes into your business is worth $70. That will dictate how much money that you can spend in order to acquire that lead, right? So you can see what I mean by it becomes, a game of mathematics. Like, building a business is only mathematics. It's a mathematical equation, and you need to really come to terms with that and come to terms that you are in the arithmetic business. And there has never, ever been a time where this is more important than right now, because one thing that is inevitable is that the cost to advertise online is only going to keep going up. Right? Where we live in a world and a day and age where everybody's looking for the hack, right? They're looking for that weird CBO Facebook ad platform strategy that they can use to optimize the impressions and get the highest click-through rate and get the highest ROAS on their ads. And everyone spends like 80% of their time thinking of how can they reduce the amount of money that it costs them to acquire a click, a lead, and a customer. And that's, what everybody's kind of focused on. And they just spend so much of their time and energy trying to whittle a few. They're looking for that traffic source. Like, how can I get the clicks that are going to cost me cheaper? And this is really just something that I just see is really just plaguing all of businesses, and it really keeps them small, and it keeps them from ever growing, because they've got their mind and their eyesight focused on the wrong thing, and that's the cost, right? They're not looking at, like, if we know that the cost of traffic is only going to go up, right? And Facebook ads editors is shitting the bed, and CPMs are going up, and the cost per click on Google is rising. You're getting this huge convergence of everybody flooding online, right? 2017 was the first year ever where digital advertising outsurpassed television as the #1 advertising platform on the earth. And that's only continuing. There's all this attention going online. And because all the eyeballs are going online, all of the businesses' advertising dollars are also flooding online. So there's only one thing that is certain, is that what it costs you to get a lead or to get traffic to your website last month, it is going to cost you more this month, and this month next quarter. And it's just going to keep happening, and those costs are going to keep rising. So if you're spending all of your time and energy thinking about how you can basically fight that raging river, that current of the costs going up, you are going to lose, right? And the thing that most people don't do is that they don't really focus their time and energy on the things that really move the needle and that are within their control. Like, you'll find a business, for instance, that spends all its time and energy on how to reduce their traffic cost, or to bring down their cost per lead, or their cost per strategy session, or their cost per purchase, or increase their ROAS, or all these kind of metrics that everybody in the marketing community always talk about. And they never ever think about, okay, well, I know the cost per lead is just going to keep going up, right? There is no universe that exists where the cost per click on Google and on Facebook are going to go down, with this basic economics of a huge demand for that and the same supply, the prices are going to rise. Instead of kind of just coming to terms with that and really thinking about, okay, what is in my control, what can I go out there and control and make this situation even better. And that's really in, like, what do you do once a lead comes into your business? Like, it may not be the most sexy thing to talk about, but it's the thing that's really going to move the needle. Like, how long is the average time it takes for your team to contact an inbound lead? How many call attempts are made on that inbound lead? What is the follow-up program look like? Like, you need to focus your time on energy where things that are really within your control, and those things are all within your control. Like, how do you become better than any of your competitors with converting those leads into customers, with being quick and getting onto people really quickly, on following up, on having a regimented plan that is just literally in a calendar for your sales reps to follow, of what the standard operating procedure is going to be once a lead comes into the business, right? These are things where, you know, you can spend the same amount of money generating the same amount of leads, but you can double your sales by how you treat those leads, or investing in what that sales process looks like, right? That's just one element. And that's, how do you treat the opportunities that these advertising platforms present to your business at the rising cost that you're having to pay to get those opportunities, right? And squeezing out a little bit more efficiency once you generated that lead, post lead generation, right? And these tweaks can have huge upswings. Another thing to look at is, okay, we know the costs are going to keep going up. So instead of just letting our margin just get chomped away like a pack of wild piranhas, you know, how about what we do is we basically increase how much a customer is worth to us. We increase the amount of money that our business is willing and able to spend in order to acquire a customer and in order to acquire a lead. Because there's a saying that, you know, all traffic works at some cost. And the way that I look at it as well is, like, you know, all traffic works if you have the right procedure in place and the right process to be able to convert that traffic into profit. And more importantly, if you're able to make more profit off each customer than anyone in your marketplace. Because then you can go out there, you're not worried about getting the cheapest traffic, you're worried about getting as much traffic as physically possible, because you're making way more money than any of your competitors off that traffic. Therefore, you can go and just buy all the customers in that marketplace and you can win. So, you know, really the amount of businesses that I look at that just have no back end, it is just completely appalling and shocking that they are trying to basically make this whole exercise of going out there, buying traffic, generating leads, or converting that traffic into customers profitable on the very first transaction. And that's their whole business. It's like, I need to make this work from the front end, otherwise I'm not going to make any profit off the customers. And, you know, in business, all the money is made on the back end. That first sale that you get is the most unprofitable sale that you can ever get in your business. So if you don't have a back end to your business and you're just like sending everybody to this front end and you're trying to make the numbers stack up, another thing to look at that isn't sexy is the back end and what happens and what that procedure looks like. What is the kind of matrix of products and services that you can sell that customer once they come into your business? And you might be thinking, well, I don't have anything else, Sabri, that I can sell them. That's fine. Then what you need to do is you need to go and you need to become an affiliate or a partner with other businesses and basically provide them with introductions over email to your clients that offer complementary services that you can make some more money on the back end of that, because that's going to increase your average lifetime value of a customer. That's going to mean that you are willing to be able to spend more to get that traffic, to get those leads and to get those customers. And that means that you win, right? So forget about like all the little latest hacks and shiny objects and messenger chat bots and all of this other kind of really complex and sexy stuff that all these broke marketers talk about in Facebook groups, and actually look at the real traditional businesses, these billion-dollar companies, and how are they able to go out there and just win. And what you will find that all of these real players with money, these serious businesses, they have a very dialed in back end, right? And they are willing to go out there and to really spend more money to acquire a customer than anyone else in that marketplace, because they have their business set up on sound principles where the fluctuation in kind of advertising costs is not going to just completely derail their whole business. So instead of looking for the latest loophole, look at the back end, look at your sales process, look at what you sell, how you serve your clients, and the value that you can deliver, and charge accordingly. And if you get all of those things in place, and you kind of got a lot more money to play with on the front end, you can afford to go out and hire the best traffic person. You can go and hire the best agency. You can hire the best salespeople and pay them the highest amount of money, because there's enough meat in it for everybody to get fed and for you to be able to pay Google and Facebook and your sales reps and have really good staff in your business, because you're making more money than everybody else. And that's how you engineer a business, just to go into a marketplace and completely crush everyone that's operating in it. So I hope you got some value out of this video. Go and really think about your business strategically from a back end, from a sales procedure, and this thing will really help you moving forward. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you click the like button and subscribe. We're dropping a video on YouTube every other day. And if you've got any questions about any of the content that I covered in this video, just basically leave a comment with hashtag HeySabri in the comment section. And every week we're also trying to go through all those questions and get them answered. So go ahead, click subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.